I like
It made me have to cough.
Ooh, turn your head and cough.
Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, again, he's back. It's Kyle, Mr. Corking Off himself.
Hello, what's up? How's it going?
He's returned from work requirements.
For now. For now. It is going to be nuts. But hey, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad we are in the saddle together for at least 2 weeks together. So
yeah. We're banking episodes tonight. I say that, and behind the curtains, yes, I am likely going to be changing my shirt in between episodes.
I won't. I want you to think I'm a dirty, nasty slob. I want you to look at me and say, that guy wore the same shirt twice in the same, like 2 episodes apart from each other. He wore them twice in a row.
Now,
that guy is disgusting.
That being said, though, I did intentionally wear a shirt like 3 episodes in a row to see if anybody noticed, and nobody said a word. So...
this is my bourbon shirt. Hey, you can get that where?
I've got that.
Where can you get it?
Bourbonshop.threadless.com. Go buy
Come on now.
Go buy This Is My Bourbon drinking shirt. It's out there. It's a thing. It's a real thing.
Let's go.
We kick off every episode with a segment known as Flying Blind, where one of us blinds the other person with a pour, and Kyle has blinded me with a pour. And I've got it in my little Shang whiskey, Baby Glen, here, which, by the way, sometime I've got to get you to try the Shang whiskey.
Okay.
In these little baby, it's the Baijiu whiskey American blend stuff. It's very interesting. Okay. It's good. It's different. But yeah, Kyle's blinded me. I'm in a Baby Glen. We're gonna see. My phone is blowing up. What's going on? My friend is drunk texting me. It's very funny.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, let's go. Let's check this out. Ooh. Dare I say that you've just given me a solid pour?
I think so.
I think you've just given me something that I'm just like, you're not trying to goose me or anything. You've just like straight up given me something really enjoyable.
Hey, we're back, baby. We're back.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah. Fruity as heck on the nose.
Really is. It's got that that deep, dark, barrely, like kind of hyper aged thing.
Yeah, like dark cherry thing. Yeah, for sure.
Kinda. So
it's kind of acting like that.
Which maybe it's playing into what we're doing on this episode. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, dog.
I look like I have giant hands.
You have giant hands.
Who's to say?
Yeah. Little dusty cocoa, chocolate covered cherry, rolled in like cocoa. Yeah.
That is very like cherry forward.
Yeah, fancy. Wow.
It's got me moving. It's got me moving. Why am I moving?
He's getting jazzed up. Okay. Look at him getting jazzed up.
My upper body is in the groove, and I don't know why. But here we are, and I'm feeling fly.
All right. Yeah.
Let's move on. It made me feel stupid. So.
I feel really weird about that. So
I don't think I should be doing any of that personally.
No gyrating on camera, okay?
Whose archive is that going into? Anyway,
mine.
I am having a hard time placing this. I'll be honest with you. It's familiar, but not so familiar that I'm like, this needs to go to one particular distillery or another. There's something about it that feels a little sourced.
Interesting. Okay.
Oddly enough. which I think is a strange note to have, but
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it would be the most indicative of like the distillery that it might have come from. So I don't know. I truly am not sure what this is.
Okay.
But
would you be capable of like a speed review?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Let's see.
Nose is great. It kind of leans a little bit one note though at times. That being said, though, I'm still between like a 3.5 and a 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4.
That's fair. Right
Palate's a 4.5 though.
Whoa. Right on.
I like the palate a whole lot.
It's interesting.
Hold on, I need another sip so I can figure out what I think about the finish. I'm starting to get like a nutty note that I wasn't getting before, too.
What kind of nut do you think? Are you getting like peanuts?
Cashew.
Okay.
Maybe
I was gonna say
maybe walnut.
I could see. Yeah, I could see walnut or hazelnut.
Yeah, it is quite hazelnutty.
Yeah.
Finish is even more of that cherry. It is long. It's a long finish.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
I'm gonna go 4 on the finish.
Dang. All right. So you averaged a 4 on all three, so you're at a 12 just based on that, and you don't even know pricing.
12.5.
Oh, right.
Oh wait, right? No, yeah, because I gave the wait.
Oh yeah, 4, 4.5, and 4. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I don't even know what the price is on this. I hope it's not like $500.
No. So I'll say it is 140.
I mean, is it age stated?
No. No.
It's a 4 on the price.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And also that was for a 375. Realistically, it's actually 130 for a 750. I think now you might know where we're kind of going here.
Yeah.
So this is the Old Forester 117 triple char.
Yeah, that's not at all what I thought this was going to taste like.
Me either.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Huh.
Dang. I had a little bit yesterday, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. It's opened up phenomenally. This might be one of my favorite 117s in a long time.
I have to agree. Like I was talking about it on my live stream on Thursday night, and I just was like, it just felt extremely gimmicky.
Right?
Like this is super, no pun intended, but like super bottom of the barrel stuff for the 117 series.
Yeah.
And for it to have performed as well as it has, like I'm really, really impressed with this. Like
me too.
Did it start out just unbelievably tannic when you first opened it?
Yeah, it did. Yep. I was just like, I'm getting barrel char, and I'm still getting a ton of that in this.
I am too.
So for anyone who is averse to barrel char or not interested in that, I would say this is a skip for you and people in your camp. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't drink young either, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
It acts like it has age. It doesn't act like it's just been aged for 4 years in a alligator 4 plus or whatever the hell they want to call it, triple char. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
it's a solid pour.
What do they say that the barrel's been charred 3 times as long as so it's a 3-minute char, I guess.
I don't know.
Or
so I think what is it? They do 30-second increments or some I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't know.
It's fine. I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head either, but It just is like I'm genuinely just shocked by how much I like this. So
I'm thankful that it's not bad.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's not bad.
After a lot of misses recently, I feel like that was a good surprise. But Kyle, what you been drinking recently?
I've had a lot of stuff lately, but what stuck out with me recently, and we got to share this, was that new freaking Cedar Ridge 9 3/4 rye. We all went
Speaking of
into that
surprises.
thinking, we all went into that thinking, all right, it's a gimmicky number thing in the first place, 9 3/4. Okay, yeah, you could have just let it sit for another 4 months or whatever, and then we could have had a 10-year, but that's fine. And then just, I don't know, it seemed kind of confusing. I haven't had the best luck with Cedar Ridge in general, but this one piqued my interest, and honestly, it was such a good, like, slow burn, because at first it was a pretty loud nose and pretty aggressive on the palate. The finish was nice though, and that's kind of what kept us around with it. But eventually, as it opened up, because it was a fresh crack for all of us, eventually once it opened up, it started presenting more of those like really interesting rye notes of like sassafras and sarsaparilla and like a little bit of ginger. It was just a very interesting, exciting pour. And that was something I didn't expect. And honestly, I think it was like 60, 70 bucks for a 9-year, 115 proof, I think. Yeah. Insane. What a great deal. What a great bottle. Great pour. That's what I want to talk about. What have you had recently?
I mean, of things that have surprised me on my live stream, not to keep talking about the stream in general, but I did the Duck Club bourbons on it. And this is not spoiling anything that we're doing on the next episode either. But it's all sourced whiskey. Their base is the high rye beam mash bill that's 5 years old. And then for their lower proof, they're using wheated Indiana distillate. And then for the higher proof, they're using sourced Bardstown distillate, not Bardstown Bourbon Company. All they say is Bardstown, but it seems like it's 75, 15, 10 from Heaven Hill. Is that math right? Yeah, 75, 15, 10 from Heaven Hill. And I mean, they're not the most like life-changing bourbons, but the 92 proof is $30 and the 110 proof is $40. And
you cut in and out. Can you do those prices again?
Yeah, it might wind up being okay in the edit because when I had the when I had those like you said I had like robot noises that one time.
Yeah.
It wound up being completely fine when I went to edit it too. So
gotcha.
But no, anytime you hear it, I'm happy to redo it. I don't mind.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Oh no. I appreciate it. But the 92 proof is $30 and the 110 proof is $40. And I mean, like I said, and I don't know if I particularly articulated it that well on my live stream, but they're really solid for what they are, even though they're sourced. But what genuinely the most exciting thing about it for me is that it's not the same like sourced general beam mash bill that's either going into a single barrel pour or, being blended with whatever and people just kind of calling it a day. the notion of like having access to their high rye mash bill, their high rye distillate, and seeing what that does, how that interacts with other product is just like that kind of sparked my excitement in some capacity, just because like, yeah, I do. I think in some regard, maybe prefer that mash bill, but at the same time, like, I guess I'm just tired of seeing everybody put out the same
78-13-9 barrels.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like the high rise different, and even if it is like 5 or 6 year old distillate, it's still like something different, and it's going to interact in different environments with different sources from other distilleries too. And even if it is like the 78-13-9 with, and I can't remember the exact percentages of their high rye off the top of my head, but seeing how those two interact, in a controlled environment, like there's just so much more to be done with it. I think that's just really exciting. It's better than just slapping labels on the same crap.
It seems like they've got thoughtful branding, they've got thoughtful design, they've got thoughtful products, and they've thought through what can make each of those products worth trying individually, as opposed to, hey, the higher proof one is just the same exact thing, but we left it at higher proof.
Yeah.
I think that makes their product line more interesting than a lot of people who are doing the NDP route in a less than exciting manner.
Yeah.
So I think Duck Club's doing something really interesting, and they're at least giving you reason to put them on your bar.
Yeah.
So,
and
shout
just the attractiveness of the label is going to have people go, I've never heard of that before. I'm curious what that is. And, anything that I can put out to have people, gravitate towards is fun. And, it's the sharing aspect of it as well that I try to harp on from time to time.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Anyway, we've been talking about this episode behind the scenes for a little while, and excuse me, we finally got around to it. And I'm very, very excited for it. I don't even know if we're going to do like an actual review for this, or if it's going to be like a taste off kind of thing. Like, I feel like once we get to the price side of it, it would be a like, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm curious what you're
so I think without avoiding the obvious now at this point, we're talking about both the Heaven Hill 22 and the Elijah Craig 21 single barrel. The interesting thing about these two is that they're priced similarly MSRP. The Elijah Craig 21 year single barrel came in at $300 MSRP with a proof point of 47% ABV, so 94 proof.
Yeah, 94.
And then we've got the Heaven Hill 22, which came in at 320 MSRP and is 129.2 proof. So automatically, obviously, I think everyone is going to say higher age, higher proof, slightly higher price by $20. I'm going to choose the Heaven Hill 22 over the Elijah Craig 21 all day, every day, right? I think that's where everyone would kind of lean, and I think that's fair, right? And on like secondary, I think the 21 is at like 400. Not that it matters, right? And then the 22 is around 600 right now. Again, not that it matters because whatever.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Jason from the Mashup podcast shared a sample of the Heaven Hill 22 for both Perry and I to try and review. So I think it would be fair to start with the Heaven Hill 22 and review it officially.
Okay.
I think that's fair. I have a whole bottle of the Elijah Craig 21 that we can review at some point after this, but I do want to compare them. But the main thing about this is to really get a review for the Heaven Hill 22.
Okay, yeah. No,
I'm just really excited about that.
Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
I'm nervously excited.
Yeah.
So I guess anxious.
Hey, there it is.
Which is just my normal state of being.
Me too.
Anymore.
Me too. I'm twitchy as hell.
I'm medicated.
But yeah, thank you, Jason.
Yes,
we really
thank you, Jason,
appreciate
so
it.
much.
That's incredible. And again, thank you for having me on. That was super cool. I haven't said this like out loud. Like, I did a barrel pick with them, and that was my first ever barrel pick. So it's just like a super cool thing for me to be able to do the podcast with someone who brought me in for my first ever barrel pick and welcomed me with open arms. So that just, yeah, super sick, and just really thankful for them.
Yeah, we'll get the Mashup Boys on the show one day, and I'll keep dreaming, I guess. I'll keep dreaming. So before we get into this, real quick, something I forgot to say at the top of the episode was thank you again to you and Chad for covering last week's episode while I was coming back from vacation and trying to readjust to my regular schedule and everything. But something that I have expressed to you behind the scenes is just like how incredibly you have adjusted to being in the co-host seat since you've jumped on, and how willing you are to just kind of say yes to everything. And it's just so much fun because it makes for like such great stories like that. And it makes for such great, it expands our horizons with the show itself anyway, to be able to actually, have samples of products that we wouldn't really be able to regularly afford on the, from our own standpoint,
For sure.
Like it's just out of the realm of possibility for me at the very least. And saying yes, you never know what saying yes to things will wind up getting you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
it's
that's
just
the power of yes.
yeah.
And honestly, that was such a fun episode to just punch in and do. Because I mean, doing a side by side with Chad is always a blast. You never know what he's going to end up saying on this podcast in the first place.
True.
And just getting to do that with him is always a blast too. So, and honestly, I wouldn't have been here in the first place if I hadn't said yes to you. So,
Very
again,
true.
I think all of this, it all stems from saying yes.
Yeah.
There's the tips and bits. Again, like I did that last week, was say yes. So I think that's hilarious that it kind of carried over to the beginning of this episode as well. But yeah, just say yes, guys.
Say yes to things. All right, let's dive into the nose on this Heaven Hill 22.
Dive on in. Ooh, doggy.
Chocolate rain.
Yeah, man. It is spicy and loud on the nose, though.
Yeah.
Like it's tingling my nose hairs for sure.
What's the mole? That's what I was about to say.
Mole, yeah, like it's spicy chocolate. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Talk about old oak.
Yeah.
Leather-bound books.
It's like right at the core of it, though, is this just like vanilla bomb.
Yeah,
too.
I agree. Yeah.
It's just like pure vanilla. It's a really decadent nose.
It is. The only downside I'm going to give it is that it's singeing off my nose hairs slightly.
Yeah, it's an ethanol bomb too.
Yeah, it's hefty. But I like there are those lactone heavy notes that are in here as well. So it's like I get a little bit of that like cream cheesy, sour cream notes that I get from like really well aged Heaven Hill, Deatsville, single barrels typically.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that like cherry oak as well that I'm getting, and maybe a touch of like orange peel from like an old fashioned vibe in there.
I can't tell whether it's like messing me up or if it's just the right amount of what it needs to be. Like whether it's just perfect as is, or whether it's got me feeling a certain kind of way.
Gotcha. Yeah. Chew. Let's see. What other notes can I tell? So these the barrels that went into this were distilled in February, July, and August of 2003. And they were bottled in December of 2025. And all of them were aged on the 5th and 6th floors of Rickhouse Y in Bardstown. There's about 270 barrels in this blend.
That's a big batch for a 22-year-old product.
It is, and I think that's probably why the secondary isn't out in the 1,200 plus like the other ones have been. I think it's a bigger batch. They probably didn't expect the yields from 22-year-olds on the 5th and 6th floors to be as high as they probably ended up being. That's what I'm assuming, at least.
Yeah. No, I was not ready for it to, aside from the like screaming ethanol, for it to have as much balance as it does.
Yeah, I agree. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
But I do think it's dark note heavy.
It is.
So again, if you're not a dark note heavy drinker, which again, this is 22-year-old stuff, so you probably either be completely out on the first place of this episode. So,
but there has been stuff in the hyper-aged category where I have smelled it and I've just like fallen to pieces, right? Where it's just like sent me to my knees and I felt like this is right, like absolutely perfect for me. And I feel like I'm missing something here. And I don't know what it is, because I love a good, dark, woody nose.
That's what this is. Yeah.
So what is it? Like, what is the one little thing that is missing from the equation?
I think it's the oxidized oak. I feel like we're getting oak for sure, but I'm not getting that like varnishy note on this that I expect.
Yeah.
You know,
am I crazy in saying that there's not a lot of like leatheriness to it too? Like it's kind of,
that's fair. Yeah, sure.
Like it's just very like that old oak smell to it. And again, like, not that it's a bad thing, but it's just like with that age, I would expect there to be more like complexity in and around where the complexity came from, I guess.
Sure, I understand that. I could see that.
And I feel like I'm being super nitpicky about that. But for somebody who does just adore like 20-plus-year-old bourbons, there's just like this like left of center thing that's happening that feels like a piece of the puzzle is not there. So I don't know. I feel bad for pointing that out, but also I guess this is part of the job description. Like, we got to be, hyper specific about what it is that we're experiencing. So
yeah, we're reviewing bourbon.
Exactly.
And that is part of your review.
Yep.
Would you like to put this thing in your mouth or what?
I would very much like to. I would very
All
much
right,
like
let's
to.
go ahead and put this thing in our mouths. Chio's big guy.
Cheers, homie.
So I think the thing you were looking for on the nose hits the palate immediately. Yeah, it's leathery, old leather-bound books and oak and a little bit of that like cherry, a little bit of that funky cream cheesiness, the buttercream frosting.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
Honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little bit of like fresh lemon pound cake too.
Okay.
Especially like towards the back into the finish.
Yeah, it finishes that way. Yeah.
Raspberry, little bit of maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
It is where, and I'm not trying to like jump too far ahead, but like the palate is a full like point ahead of the nose for me.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, the thing that is interesting on my tongue, I'm getting a ton of black pepper still on the finish.
I am.
Like,
I am too.
It's
absolutely
a ton of black pepper, and maybe a little bit of like black tea was in the middle of that experience as well on the mid palate. I like the lemon pound cake thing you called out on the finish, because I think that is kind of the leading note, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Weirdly
so.
Once it dissipates, I feel like I'm getting that like cherry cola and like rhubarb pie as the finish that just has continued to linger for the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. Yeah, man.
The thing that, like, to harp a little bit more on the finish, or at least to kind of put it in definable terms, there are present notes. There are a few that are the most like in your face, but it is a long finish. It is a long finish. Like I'm not even entirely ready to go back for my second sip, just because of how aggressive the sip itself was.
Yeah. The one downside is I do think it drinks its proof. If not a little
think so
above.
too.
Yeah. It is all of that 129.2 proof. It's hefty.
Yeah.
And very intense. And honestly, experiences like this come like once or twice in a lifetime.
Barely
to be
ever.
Completely honest.
Barely
like,
ever. And again, like, you're listening to us be hypercritical of this because that is the setting that we're in. I guarantee you that just about any other time we would sit down with this and just be like, this is amazing. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
And genuinely, it's a phenomenal pour. Like,
it is.
I really do love this. But
totally.
Like, I'm gonna, within the confines of the Bourbon Podcast, I'm gonna have things to say about the construction of it, and go a little bit more in depth on how I feel. But what'd you say the price was? What'd you say the price was?
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
No, it's okay.
The price is $320 MSRP.
I don't hate that. having tasted it,
yeah.
Like, I'd even be willing to split it with you if we found one.
Dude, MSRP. Honestly, like, it's gonna sound stupid as hell, but I'd split one with you on secondary. Not even kidding. I'd consider it.
Yeah. I would consider it as well. Not trying to advocate for secondary. I'm not trying to advocate.
That's
for
what we're
secondary.
saying. Yeah, don't do that. But it is. It's one of those like once in a lifetime pours.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is, man.
I took the tiniest little bit of it and added like a teeny tiny little drop of water to it just to see
I was
if
going to
it was
suggest this.
Yeah, just because I didn't want to. I don't want to use up the whole pour since we still are comparing it to the 21.
Yeah.
But I just took literally this is all I have in my baby Glen.
Yeah. I was going to suggest this because I had the opportunity to try it with water as well.
Okay.
So I highly recommend that now, especially with the nose. I feel like opens up way better. And I think you may experience it as well. But once you add the water, it opens up more things potentially. I don't know. What do you think?
It brought out a little bit more ethanol, but I think that might only be because of the setting, which was the baby Glen.
Yeah, wee Glen. Yeah, that would cause that for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a lot more fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely made it sweeter. There is so much syrup on the finish, too.
Yeah.
Just like an unbelievable amount of syrup on the finish.
Yeah. So I do believe that just a splash of water makes a world of difference for this pour too. Just for me personally, I feel like it makes it a more complete experience overall. Which again, that means you can experiment with the whole bottle as well. We say that, but you never do. We never do. Like in all reality, you never do.
But you're right, though. You're right.
But that was one of my complaints was like, did they ever try it in different proof points or did they just accept it at like this 126.9? And maybe they did. Yeah, right. But I have noticed that just a drop of water makes it all the more interesting.
Yeah, completely
for
agree.
me personally.
No,
so
I completely agree with you.
But with that being said, are you ready to review this guy?
I am ready to review this. Our review system on the show is nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, and our final score is out of 20. Kyle, what would you give the nose on the Heaven Hill 22-year-old?
So this was my complaint when I first had it, and it's still my complaint. I feel like it's closed up. Yeah. Just a touch, and I feel like the ethanol is way too heavy and way too abrasive. So that made me go to a 3.5 on the nose.
I'm also a 3.5. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Again, like back to my being hypercritical with it, that for it being a 22-year-old product, there are just parts of it where it confuses me in terms of like, how does it not have some of these more definable hyper-aged characteristics? And, I'm not saying that is going to be inherent in every single hyper-aged bourbon, but I feel like Heaven Hill typically does a really good job with the products that they put out in the 20 plus range, even like getting close to 20 years old. Mm-hmm. And, the nose does not necessarily make or break the whiskey for me, but it is that first inclination as to what you might be experiencing. And in this case, it does kind of just ever so slightly miss the mark. And so, 3.5.
All right.
Palate though is bomb. It is fire.
Go ahead.
I love it so much. It is, like you were saying, that feeling of the once in a lifetime pour. And back when I was first starting the show, like within the first year or so, I had somebody ask me, "What's the best bourbon you've ever had?" And at that point, the answer was like 2017 WLW, you know?
Sure.
But, and I'm not even saying that like this is the best bourbon I've ever had, but there is a quality to it where I would say that it's, you know, it's in the mix of like something I'll never forget.
Yeah.
And something that I will always like hold a candle for, whatever the saying is,
Sure.
or think about at the very least.
Yeah.
And be mindful of, especially when I think about how it relates to other hyper-aged products. 22 years old does not, it does not and should not be held lightly across the market, especially as they are so few and far between these days. And this palette is an exceptional view of how a 22-year-old product should be crafted, for all its faults and failures in other aspects. So it's a 4.5 for me. I wish it were just, oddly enough, a little bit sweeter. I think it could use just a touch more. And I think that, you know, it's just maybe not something you're going to get with the fact that it's 22 years old. Or maybe it's something that could have been achieved with barrels from lower in the rick house. But, you know, like they might have limited themselves by just having 5th and 6th floor barrels.
Right. What an insane idea.
Right. But also like thinking about, you know, and this is the benefit we have of being two guys from Kentucky, you know, we did have some insanely hot summers in the 22 years that they aged. And so even though they were in the middle of the rick house, they were getting a lot of heat. Like,
yeah, man,
a lot of heat. And so the push and pull from the whiskey into the barrels was going to greatly influence how much barrel there was going to be on the final product. So even if there was going to be, you know, say 1st or 2nd floor bourbon coming into the final blend, who's to say how much influence it would have actually had? You know,
for sure.
Those percentages would have had to have been studied to really get what was going on there. So waxing poetic, I'm sorry, 4.5 for the.
Yep. I am also a 4.5 for the palate. Yeah. For the same reasons, other than I think I don't think I necessarily needed more sweetness. I just needed the spice level to step back just a touch, because I think it got in the way of everything else. And maybe that's kind of what you meant by
I think
more
it is.
Sweetness. So Samantha. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100% Samantha. Yeah.
Yeah. Total Samantha moment.
What are you feeling on the finish here?
For the finish, for me, it's so long. It almost hit a 5 for me, honestly, based on how well executed it was. The only thing that kind of sent it down was because it was weird that I got lemon pound cake on the front end.
Oh,
of
you
everything.
didn't like it?
I do like it.
Oh, okay.
I just, so to think about like a 22-year-old bourbon and the first thing you get on the finish is lemon pound cake just seems a little awkward and backwards to me.
Okay.
I would have rather seen more barrel in the front end of the finish. However, I do appreciate the complexity and the amount of character it had from the beginning of the finish to the end. And so it's a 4.5. I'm saying that like it's exactly. That's a terrible complaint because I loved it. I thought it was awesome and I appreciated the weirdness of it. But to nitpick, that's kind of where I'm at. So 4.5.
I mean, it's so funny because like I'm also giving it a 4.5, but like almost for the exact opposite reason of everything that you said. Like I loved the whole experience of it, like the way that it started so strange and was not what I expected and made me go through these like these hoops of like, what's this? Why am I getting this? How on earth is this where we're going? And you know, to land on just this like this breathe, this like like this satisfying like, okay, we're in our home. and then for it to also last as long as it did. And like I said too, like I wasn't ready for my second sip. And it took me until we did the review basically to take my second sip, just for like the experience part of it more than anything. I think speaks volumes to just how incredibly, this is going to sound weird, but like provocative it is.
No, it is though.
Like thought provoking and just like engaging it is inherently, because it is so big and bold and brash and getting you to engage with it on so many different levels. And I'm a huge fan. $320 on the price. They could have charged you $500, $600 for this, and it could have been a conversation piece that would have gotten me canceled for a couple months because people didn't like what I had to say about it. Yeah. But I do think this is at like the top end of what they should have priced it. I get that it's a limited product. Probably comes with a box too. Like they're trying to cover materials, and they're trying to cover, the fact that it's, there's only so many of them. But at the same time, I mean, it's a pretty daggone big batch.
Yeah, it's a big release, guys.
270 barrels. I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway, especially considering like this is where the value comes in. This is where the experience comes in. This is where price is like not, the naming convention of it is more of just like a, when I created everything, it was like, it's pithy. I wasn't going to do nose, palate, finish, and value.
No.
I'm going to give it a 4. Honestly.
Yeah, that's where I was too.
Yeah.
And I was teetering on a 4.5 solely based on what Anthology did for Four Roses. So that's where I would, but I'd rather knock Anthology than praise this, I suppose, price wise.
Yeah, I
if
agree
you
with
understand
you.
what I'm saying.
I completely agree with you, because I think that for everything that we've said about like the overall value of what this is and like the availability of it, the opposite can be said about Anthology from Four Roses. Like, it's I don't know. I almost don't want to get into it because it's like another.
It's really cool though. It's really
very cool. Don't get me wrong.
It's very cool.
But it's another conversation unto itself, and one that like, maybe what we'll do is we'll talk about it. I know we're going to be running kind of late anyway, as it is recording. But it would be nice to kind of talk about it for Patreon at the very least.
Down. Yeah.
So we'll get there, but that puts us at the end of the day as what is our final score, Kyle?
So I think I'm at a 16.5.
Did we have the same score across the board?
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah.
3.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.
Yep. We had the exact same score.
16.5.
I was not ready for that to be the score that I gave for this product. I'm going to be very honest with you. I came in with reservations, and I am a certified fan of of this bottle.
It's a very good bottle.
Yeah. Thank you again to Jason for
exactly. Yep.
Just giving us the opportunity to try it. Just happy to be recognized.
Hey,
I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go ahead and compare this to the Elijah Craig 21 then?
I mean, I don't see why not, because that's the point where we are.
All right.
Have I had the 21 yet?
I don't know if you have, unless you've had it from Perkins. I know he's had one available for a little bit.
I'm 99% sure that I haven't had it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well, then this is your first shot.
okay. And I managed to save a little bit too.
Good.
So
Good. Good. Good.
Should I mean, I'm fairly, present with the 22. So should I just jump right into the 21? I mean, not just, gulp it or anything, but do you think we should just go ahead and tackle it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
So my barrel is specifically barrel number 40. Again, they're all, what was it? 97, 95 proof,
94.
whatever. 94 proof.
Yep.
Yeah. And this one was bottled 3/6/26. I think there's a total of 1783 or something kind of bottles overall, or barrels. I can't remember if it's bottles or barrels. I think it's bottles, over the overarching amount.
Right.
So, Evan Williams stuff, Elijah
Yeah.
Craig stuff,
Yeah.
Heaven Hill stuff.
Well, I want to say off the rip, it is very clear that this is not barrel proof.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The nose is so much softer.
Yeah. And it's got that, like, you can tell that this was watered down nose to it. Like,
I still think it's a good nose. I think it's honestly a full nose.
No. It's not terrible at all. It's just like,
Yeah.
The first inclination that I had was, oh, that's definitely way lower proof than what we had with the 22.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, side by side, night and day.
Oh, it's
Yeah. It's
telling somebody it's water and you're smelling rubbing alcohol.
yeah, exactly. But oddly enough, I really enjoyed the nose of this 21.
Yeah, I do too.
And maybe even a little bit more than the Heaven Hill 22, just because I can get in there. I can really get in there and experience the nose. And I get a ton of, like, again, I'm getting a lot of this like black cherry and a little bit of some like buttercream frosting, and I get a little bit of that oakiness, but it's not heavily oak forward on this one. But I do get it.
It's the first Elijah Craig product that I've had in a very long time that is giving me what I had about Elijah Craig the very first time that made me absolutely adore this product, and that's Snickerdoodle cookies.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good call out.
That was the note that made Elijah Craig, like, at the time for me, the first bourbon that I fell in love with, and the bourbon that became like the one that I would go to all the time. Like, my initial for people who don't know what like my early bourbon journey was, Bullet was the first one that I really gravitated towards, and then the next step up from there was Elijah Craig Small Batch. And I was fortunate enough at the time to still be able to find some of the pirate bottles, and not even, I probably found some that had the reverse age statement on them, and I just didn't even know it because I was ignorant to that fact at the time. But the majority of what I've found, and I do feel like I remember this specifically, was just non-age stated pirate bottles. But it still had that very distinct Snickerdoodle cookie note. And I just knew that, like, that was my Elijah Craig. and that was where my home was for so long. And that's here too.
Yeah.
I
agree. The like cinnamon sugar
cookie.
Yeah, all day. and dare I say some like almond extract.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know what that
Uh-oh.
means? We got to hit the
We're
marzipan button.
We're getting close. Oh my God, it's marzipan.
Somebody call Fred. I'll call Fred right now. It's 10:20 on a Saturday night. We got to call Fred. Marzipan time.
Fred, we found marzipan. Congrats, Fred, on getting inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Into
That's
the Hall of
pretty
Fame. Yes. He would be very mad at me if I actually did call him right now, I feel like.
sweet. I would be too.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Right. Let's go for it.
Cheers, big doggy.
Cheers.
It's fucking good. It's really fucking good.
Kyle Weibert.
Dude.
Not everything has to be barrel proof.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
You may have just handed me one of my top 5 bourbons of the year.
I know, dude. I know. This barrel is so insane, and it connects with me personally. Like, oh my gosh, yeah. It's so good.
Is unreal.
So the sweetness you were looking for in the 22, all day right here. You know, it's like a heavy, burnt caramel, just beautiful, heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thinking back about like what I was saying about the sweetness of it, and you talking about like dialing back on the spiciness, I think the real specificity on it is just like looking for more balance or wanting more balance on the finish or whatever aspect of it that I was asking for. And I think that like this is just so unbelievably well balanced.
Like, yeah.
Like it. I mean, what's the price?
This is $300. And you get a fancy box with a shitty light.
What more could you ask for?
That's what I'm saying.
Look. The price is the real sticking point for me.
Sure.
But I do think that, like, as far as the limited run aspect of it, I get it. I could easily do without the box.
Yeah, if it brought it down to $250 to get rid of the box, I'm all in. Dude.
Like, if it were $250, I think the price might be a $5.
Absolutely, I agree.
But
yeah,
with
I'm on the same.
With the box and a light that's gonna die in less than 6 months,
yeah,
it's a $4.
Definitely, yeah.
But the thing is, like, this is a $5s across the board. Otherwise,
oh, that's nuts. Honestly, I think the palate and the palate is a $5 for me. I would say for a perfect nose, it should sit somewhere in between the 22 Heaven Hill and the 21 Elijah Craig for me.
Yeah, I'm being blindsided by how good the palate and the finish are.
Yeah,
the nose realistically is like a 4.
Yeah, the nose is a 4.
Yeah,
the palate is a 5. The finish is nice. I would maybe cut it back a half point as well because it's slightly short, but that's expected with the proof.
Yeah.
But that's it. It would get knocked on it for that. But again, we're talking a half point again.
1,000%. So for
let me write mine down.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and is 4.
I think it's like an 18 or a 17.5 if I've done my mental math correctly.
Yeah, I am about there. Let's see. I think I'm at 16.5 again.
4, 5, 4.5, and then 4 again.
4.5 and a 4. Yeah.
Now that's a 7. That's a 17.5.
10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 17.5. So slightly edges out the Heaven Hill 22 for me. What about you? Did you end up giving the finish a 5?
No, I backed off on it. I also gave it a 4.5.
Okay, so we're matching again.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's so funny because like I know that they're knocking it down to 94 proof because that's just Elijah Craig small batch proof. But there's something about this that feels more finely tuned than the Heaven Hill 22. And it shouldn't be that way.
I think it's just because it's a single barrel, honestly.
Okay, well,
So,
explain yourself.
I think the experience we're having with this specific Elijah Craig 21, I don't think everyone is having that experience. Because I think I got lucky and got a really, really, really great single barrel.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
that's why I have a hard time.
exceptional.
That's why I have a hard time reviewing single barrels.
Yeah,
because they're so variable. Like we could take one of the ones that Perkins has, and it could be the most tannic, bitter, licking the inside of an oak tree.
You're describing his, but he loved it. He loves that bottle. I like it. I think it's really good. I like it a lot. I think both are actually really great. And honestly, I blended the two. Don't tell anyone. I blended the two, and it was insane. It was nuts. Yeah.
Well, now the whole internet knows.
Yeah, now everyone knows, but don't tell anyone.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, man. Heaven Hill's on a streak. It's an expensive streak, but it's a good streak. Finally, I think getting the 15 out that people have said is great. Getting the 21 out, that is great. Getting the Heaven Hill 22 out is great.
I mean, as long as we can get Elijah Craig barrel proof bourbon back on track, Larceny barrel proof bourbon back on track.
And maybe they make it a one batch and just give me a banger batch. Give me one single banger batch a year, and I'll be pumped.
Yeah. I don't... Go ahead.
I was like, make it a big batch, and make it a great singular one big banger of a batch worth everyone's money and time,
I don't disagree with that. I know that the broader base is going to be upset with the fact that they're not going to have the variety that they have in the past. But I think on principle, I don't disagree with you, just because I would rather have quality over quantity. Mm-hmm. And two, that means I have less to choose from. you know, like the way the batches have been sitting on shelves recently, at least I could go to the store and see, A126 or A926 or whatever it would be, and just go yoink and, just know that it would be incredibly solid. And, whether it's, a 10-year age statement, 12-year age statement, 15-year age statement, whatever, just knowing that they actually put work into making it as good as they could. I would not be upset. So
yeah, same.
That's I'm in favor of that. But
yeah. But again, man, if this didn't come in a box and it was $250, come on. That's like whiskey of the year hype for me personally, just because you would tie the freaking price and value to the bottle. So close.
I would have to, I think, try at least two more before I understand fully made that assessment.
Yeah.
And I know that I said that I think this is top 5 for me. I don't even know if that's entirely true, just because again, it's a single barrel and there's all these little caveats for me and everything, but it is fantastic.
Yeah. I think so. It's
I'm in love with this.
this is a broad release, so I could claim, hey, Elijah Craig 21-year barrel 40 is top 5 for this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
sure,
no,
it's
absolutely. Yeah.
like practically unobtainable to get that exact barrel overall, right? In the market that stands, but still, I think it's worth noting.
I went to every liquor store in the tri-state area trying to find this single bottle of this single barrel of Elijah Craig.
And all I found was barrel 48. Like
I bought it and it was really good still, but
right. Yeah.
Everybody looked at me like I had 5 heads. So
yeah. No, I just want barrel 40.
All right, we got a segment of the show that you know and love. It is Barrel Rings, which you can submit by sending us a voicemail or a text message to 859-428-8253. You can be the third co-host on the show for a brief moment, or you can do something very special here, like our dear friend Tony Bag of Donuts did. Hey. At the It's Bourbon Night 10th anniversary party get together.
Incredible.
Meet up. This has never been done before.
No. First ever.
Tony, you're a maverick for organizing this and making this a thing. By no means did this night have to be about me at all. But here we are. Tony recorded a live barrel ring with some friends of the show. If you're watching the video version, you're going to get the full effect. Audio listeners love you to death. You're just going to hear the audio version of it. But here we go.
Go! This is a live barrel ring from the 10th anniversary of Bourbon Night. Barry, we wish you were here. This is a live barrel ring. This has never happened before. You should have been here. Cheers to TIMBP. Cheers to It's Bourbon Night and all you amazing people.
Was that just Perry saying?
Yeah! I love you, man!
To you, Perry! Yeah! You suck because you're not here.
Okay, so that was Kyle saying I suck because I'm not there. I was on vacation when this happened.
Samantha.
Yeah, Samantha, exactly. So it was impossible for me to make it. And I had told Tony that I wasn't going to be there. I FaceTimed Chad for about, 2 minutes that night as well. To just,
I saw you at the tail end of it. Just long enough to flip you off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you saw me about 5 seconds before Chad hung up on me.
Yeah,
which was incredible. But yeah, I am genuinely so sad that I missed that event. Tony, thank you for doing that live barrel ring. That was 1 in a million. I'm not gonna lie. And let me take just a second, and then we'll move on. But I always say that this is my bourbon podcast, and I mean this sincerely, would not exist without It's Bourbon Night. Like, I found Chad and Sarah's content in 2017, the beginning of 2017. It gave me a dictionary for understanding how to taste bourbon. I met Chad at Lexington Comic Con in 2017, and we've been good friends ever since. And as I started to think about doing the show, Chad and Sarah were both very instrumental in encouraging me to do it. And they have shown such immense capacity for accepting me in the space too. But beyond that, it is so amazing to see what they have accomplished over the past 10 years. And I'm very fortunate to call them friends and companions in this space too.
Yeah, 100%.
So congratulations to
Seriously.
It's Bourbon
What a
Night.
milestone.
Yeah,
Incredible.
no kidding. Yeah, like we still got some change to go before we get there.
Not that much though. You're pretty close.
I know, but I'm
You're
still
getting
like
pretty close.
we're still chugging, man. We're still chugging.
Yeah,
We're
man.
gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But
We will get there.
I'm just I'm counting down the months,
Yeah.
as it were,
Yeah.
at this point. But
Oh man.
cheers to Chad and Sarah. Cheers to and Chad Watson too. I don't mean to
Yeah.
cut out my daily bourbon from that conversation either. But
Yeah.
you know.
What a way to step in. I know those feelings. Shout out to that guy.
No kidding, you do.
Legit.
But yeah,
But yeah, thank you, Tony, for doing that and setting that
thank
up.
you, Tony.
He
Appreciate
was
it.
running around like a madman trying to get that set up. The way that he was able to get everyone in there and to do that was phenomenal. So thank you so much, Tony, for doing that. That was so much fun. Appreciate you and appreciate It's Bourbon Night. Yeah, man.
Yes.
That was sick.
Thank you, guys.
So sick.
High Proof Hot Takes, segment of the show where we complain about things that have been bugging us. Kyle, you got anything?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm happy. I'm having a good time.
So I had one thing that, like, I can't even remember exactly what it was that bugged me specifically about this, but I made the note in my phone. Let me pull it up so I can read what I wrote. The economy of nostalgia is getting out of hand. Does that make sense to you? You know what I'm trying to say there?
I get it. I mean, I'm sick of reboot movies of our nostalgia that suck. So
Yeah.
I think that's just a small portion of what you're suggesting, but that's one major piece of the puzzle to me. I think.
There's that, and it's also the, like, I think it's the even more blatant, just like waving a thing in front of you that's like a rotting corpse. It's like, remember this thing that you loved when you were growing up? Here, have some more of it. And it's just bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not, you know, like, I think an example of something that was done fairly well, I'm not even saying that it was done perfectly well, but like the King of the Hill revival was...
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it at this point, but it seems like people are pretty, favorable on it.
Yeah.
And I at the very least, like, it was made by people who have the show's best interest at heart, but then, like, you have something like the Netflix adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which it feels like was written by ChatGPT and just spit out, and the characterization of most of the main protagonists in it is just off base and doesn't make any sense. And it's like, it's just not good. Like, it's just really bad. And that's a show that for so many of us, we grew up watching and loving. And now it feels like we're being assaulted with a version of it that just objectively sucks.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's to, like, try to maintain interest in it for no reason in particular other than just to be like, hey, we want your money.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep subscribing to Netflix, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
anyway, I should have taken more notes on that as to what exactly it was that reminded me of why I felt that way. But anyway.
No, but I mean, it makes sense. I get what you're going for.
Yeah.
I think everyone else does too.
And it's not even to say that, like, you can't be nostalgic about things, but also, like, I think it's okay to go and, break out your old Super Nintendo and play your old Super Nintendo. Like, I think I'm not even trying to police the way that you do it. Like the Nintendo Switch Online membership exists for a reason, because it's accessible And I like playing the games that way too, because I don't have the accessibility of like, finding all the little bits and bobs to hook up an old Super Nintendo to a TV or whatever. And fool with that. But like with the Switch, it's just like there. And
you know what? I do have a high proof hot take. Stop making shitty emulators. I'm sick of it.
I agree
I'm
with
sick
that.
of bad emulators.
I
Make
agree
it
with that.
worth my time. I'm sick of it. There's your high proof hot take.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Because like I've had maybe 3 of the Retroid Pockets, and like every time they come out, it's like, this is the best one that this can be for this price point. But it was also a chip from like 2 years ago. And so the emulators like only work to a certain point. And after a while, I was just like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Like I'm not transferring save data. I'm basically starting from scratch every single time I get a new one. And I'm just like reteaching myself how to set them up every single time.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just like wait until it's available or find it on Steam or just, just figure something else out that's way more accessible or, put in the hard work or something.
For sure.
I don't know. Like, I thought it was a great fix when I first went about it. And then I was like, nah, this is just more of a headache.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I did instead of like going to the emulator? 9 times out of 10, I went to like a Game Boy Advance SP that I bought in like 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that thing. I love playing it. But it's also the experience of like having the actual physical games and the cartridges and the device there too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I just like I'm sick and tired of being taken advantage of, man.
Yeah, me
Stop
too.
scamming adults.
Stop scamming adults. My nostalgia is not your game, you loser.
Let's have a whole conversation about capitalism. I'm just kidding.
Hey. All right. You got any tips or bits?
I do, actually.
All right.
But do you want to go first?
No, go ahead. You seem
Okay.
prepared.
There's a new Spider-Man movie that's out.
Ooh, Spider-Man.
And I've seen it. And it's quite good.
Ooh.
It's pretty good, man. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but one of the things that we've kind of been clamoring for with Tom Holland's take on Spider-Man is that he needs to be aged up because he feels like he's perpetually been like a 30-year-old man playing an 18-year-old for
True.
the entirety of his run. And we finally got, I mean, not that he's like 30 now in the MCU, like he's at least playing, a 21, 22-year-old version of Peter Parker, but he feels so much more adult, so much more grown up and in the shoes of being Spider-Man instead of like Peter Parker in a Spider-Man mask. And not for nothing, I think it is his best outing as Spider-Man. There's this whole like, you don't know who the real villain is in this movie. And you actually really don't know who the real villain is in this movie. And I would encourage people not to get spoiled before you go in, because it is a genuinely fun surprise. I was very, very shocked, and I enjoyed it a lot. It's not perfect. I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie. It's a little clunky in the third act, but it looks fantastic. It takes a lot of inspiration from the Sony Spider-Man video games too. Like there's a couple times where he does like moves from the game too that you've never seen on screen before. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's crazy. And it's just fun. It's nice. Yeah, it's it's really a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, go check. It's gonna make like $1.5 billion.
Oh, man.
It's gonna make so much money. It's gonna make all the money that Supergirl didn't make, unfortunately, because I liked Supergirl too. Which, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Anyway, what do you got?
Why'd that happen? Huh? Tell me. No, I'm sorry.
I've already talked about it on the podcast. I'm not going to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Not going to talk about
I
it
know.
again. Yep.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah. Anyways,
moving on.
I also have a tip in a bit. There is an English band called Loathe who does whatever they want, and I like that about them. So if you like a band that does whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, check out Loathe's new record called A Stranger to You. It is heavy, but it's also not heavy at all. So again, just check it out. If it makes you uncomfortable, good. Yeah, I think it's pretty sweet, pretty interesting, pretty unique. Check it out.
That also reminds me that Glenn Hansard passed away this week. The Irish singer-songwriter, whom I have adored for years, and I think most people would know from, of course, Falling Slowly, which is like his big, massive Mondo hit from the movie Once, which came out in like 2004, 2003. But the most like he was like put on this earth to play music, and he made the most of it and was just a genuine gem of a human being, and sweet and kind, and it is like such a tragic, massive loss that he died so early. But go listen to his entire catalog. Like, like I don't even want to say like only listen to, you know, this, that, and the other, but he's had such a prolific career over the past 30 plus years. Even when he was busking in Dublin, he was still making music, because that again was just what he was meant to do, and it was fantastic. And like I don't get super like worked up over celebrities dying, I guess, and I don't even know if I would categorize him as a celebrity, but he was just like above that in some regards. But it was just like I saw that he had died, and it just like it was like a gut punch, you know.
Yeah,
it was just crazy. Yeah. But anyway, Glenn Hansard, huge
dude
loss. But yeah,
legend.
Well, Kyle and I are not done yet. We have another episode we have to record tonight.
Hey, we're only getting started, baby.
Oh, we've got more to do.
Sorry,
but I'm excited for it. It's gonna be good stuff. Thank you all so much for listening, as always.
Nice.
We appreciate you. Kyle, where can people find you on social media if they would like to do that?
You can find me at Instagram and YouTube at Corking Off. That is at Corking Off. I cork off things and do more stuff. So come see me do things and stuff at Corking Off. Where can they find you?
Well, I am behind the account that is the podcast, which is at my Bourbon Pod, basically everywhere.
The podcast.
The podcast. I'm at the podcast, and I'm here with my buddy Grease. Say hello, Grease.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
That does sound like something Grease would say. No, at my Bourbon Pod everywhere. Basically, if you want to support the show, it's patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show and get access to our Discord. You can also be a free member over there. But from $5 and up, you get bonus content every single daggum week, like the pregame chats, like a bonus episode on Mondays, and early, uncut, unedited access to the podcast. All of Kyle's effing and jeffing over there.
Ooh, hey. I am out there effing and jaying.
It's true. It happens from time to time. And we also have extended versions of the podcast too that are over there that you only hear when you are a Patreon member, where we have further discussions, extra pours, stuff like that, baked into episodes. I think we said we were going to do something, but maybe we'll do it on the pregame chats for next week's episode. I think we'll do that so that we're not doubling down too much on
All right,
this episode. You can also send us questions or comments to thisimybourbonshop@gmail.com. If you like emails, that's, a fantastic way to reach out to the show. We have a merch store as well, bourbonshop.threadless.com. Hats, tees, mugs, skateboards, stickers. Did I say hats? I think I did.
I think so.
All that kind of stuff. I know I did. All that kind of stuff over there, bourbonshop.threadless.com. The barrel rings, where you can be a part of the show for a few minutes, 859-428-8253. Leave us a voicemail, send us a text message right from your mobile device, and we will check it out here on the show. Please don't yell at me. I cry. And we also have a P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 22609, Lexington, Kentucky, 40522. You want a sample to be sent to us for us to try, or a bottle, or some non-perishable food items? We would love for that to be a part of our lives, because sometimes friendship is the best ship. And you can ship it to our P.O. Box.
Yeah, ship that ship.
What am I doing tonight? I don't know what's happening.
I don't know, but I rock with it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
We're only halfway there.
By the end of the next episode, I'm going to be like, "Hey, just shut up, okay?
Let me do this."
Not you. I'm going to be telling the listeners to shut up for some reason. And then last but not least, Patreon. Or nope, that's not right. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast app of choice. We normally check the Apple Podcast app, and we have nothing new this week, but it's a great way for you to show your support of the show and also to get us up in the algorithm chart thing. I think that's how that works. I don't know.
Yeah, but mention your favorite 21-plus-year-old in your next review.
Yeah, but please make sure it's a whiskey. Don't just be.
Oh yeah. That part. Yeah.
Don't just be doing unseemly things, please, and mentioning the podcast.
So nope.
We'll see you next time. Right. Until then, though, I'm Perry.
And I'm Kyle.
And this is my bourbon podcast.
Yeah, cork off.
Stay wet.
Stay wet and cork off. Keep your corks wet, dude.